managing at the speed of thought. And I'm sure we'll go back much better than what we anticipated and what we actually do. So I'm sure Deepak Sharma ji will throw a lot of light and a different light on what we perceive things to be. We'll start today's session by welcoming Mr. Deepak Sharma. Deepak Mishra ji, can I invite you to give the... And also the scroll to our eminent speaker of the day. Huh? Meera ji, would you please get the scroll? We start today's session by the presenting
governing body members of Flow members. First of all, a few housekeeping points, sharing with you the forthcoming programs. First is the launch of the 11th chapter of Flow at Indore on the 10th of December, one day ahead. It's going to be a grand launch. We already have 50 plus members on board, and the first in Madhya Pradesh and central India. So all of you are welcome to join and be present there, or recommend your friends and the right people who would like to take advantage of the reach of Flow. Then again we have the interstate meet on the 15th and 16th of December at Jaipur. The Flow Interstate Meet, Convergence 2014, a meeting of minds. That is the thought behind the whole interstate meet that is being organized for 2 days, and I'm very happy to share with you that we have a very large number of delegates this time. I think 160 plus we have, 160 plus, and off-site to Pushkar, and all the things from the knowledge to the bonding to the networking, all the elements have been built in on the background of historic Jaipur. Then on 22nd of December, there's a trip to Neemrana along with the factory visit. And 23rd of December, we have the Flow Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which the committee is headed by Harjinder Kaur, our joint treasurer. Then I'm also happy to share with you about the Flow Entrepreneur Park, where a MOU has been signed between FICCI and the Telangana State Industrial Investment Corporation for 50 acres of earmarked land for in Hyderabad for women entrepreneurs. So that is absolutely a path-breaking thing which has happened, and we all are very proud of it, and we are hoping and aspiring to make this happen in all the chapters of Flow. And during the interstate, I see quite a few of all of you are coming. A ready reckoner on the legal rights of women is also going to be launched. That is going to have all the legal rights of women all together at one place. So, you know, anyone, whomever, whatever wants to help, wants to reach out, everything would be available on that ready reckoner. Legal rights of women. Well, coming to today's session, I am honored and privileged to welcome Mr. Deepak Sharma, co-founder, director of Carmick Consulting Amastras. With over 18 years of international experience, advising clients ranging from Fortune 500 companies to family-owned businesses, Mr. Sharma helps companies in setting their long-term vision, developing winning strategies, and navigating in complex business environments. His award-winning writing on management has featured in leading publications, and his views on consulting and strategy are widely sought after. Mr. Sharma is also a reputed public speaker and is regularly invited to share his insights on major industry and academic platforms. Deepak holds an MBA from Cranfield School of Management, UK, with majors in strategy. We are indeed very honored to have you with us, Mr. Sharma, and looking forward to a very, very great learning session with you. Today, Mr. Sharma will address us on very pertinent subject. We all are fighting to manage so many things, juggling so many things, which we all are expected to do. That multitasking, of course, is inherent in all women because we are bound managers. But it doesn't help us to use, it will help us more if we leverage technology to enhance that skill more. So it is with that thought that today's session has been organized. A quote by American author Daryl Conner resonates very strongly in today's context. Our lives are most effective and efficient when we are moving at a speed that allows us to appropriately assimilate the changes we face. Our lives are most effective and efficient when we are moving at a speed that allows us to appropriately assimilate the changes we face. In this management conscious age, it can be said that anything minus management amounts to nothing. Be it our personal lives or any business, we need to adapt ourselves to the continuous changes in our thoughts as well as the changing circumstances, and at the same time strive to create a conducive environment where management becomes an easy and effortless task. Flow brings to you today an excellent opportunity to learn about tackling this issue by gaining an edge in organizational and personal change management while effectively prioritizing our thoughts. Mr. Deepak will explore how we can manage our personal and organizational lives more effectively, especially in this age of unprecedented technological development, which also helps in managing our thoughts better. To conclude, I quote Cisco CEO John Chambers, who once said, "Without exception, all my biggest mistakes occurred because I moved too slowly." I'm assured that at the end of this session, we will all be ready to move along the fast pace of the world and manage everything in our lives, including our thoughts, with great elan. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Ms. Meera Goyal, governing body member, for so graciously hosting the event today. Thank you, Meera ji. With that, I hand over the mic to Dr. Manju to conduct.
Thank you, ma'am, for setting the tone and tenor of what we expect in today's session. Can we invite you to take the center stage, and then we will.
Good afternoon. Let me first start this session by starting a conversation. How many of you have a smartphone in this room?
I don't. Exception.
How many hours in a day you use this phone? All the waking time? Now, have you ever wondered how powerful this device is? You know, when I started my career, and we ordered a personal computer in our department, that took one corner in our room where we sat. The power of that computer, and if you compare power of the smartphone today, it is 1 to 16 times. And depending on what type of smartphone you have, if it is iPhone 6, then it will be even more. So one corner of your room is 1/16 times less powerful compared to what you have in your hand. And this stopping anytime soon.
I think column mic is not working. Ah, thank you.
This is just one piece of information. I'll be looking at many more like this. And before I go to my presentation, can I ask you what is your one single expectation from this day? And write it in your notepad or notebook. And during the session we'll talk about it. So I'm not asking you to mention it now. Keep a note of it, and then we'll come back.
Can we tell them to use the smartphone and put it in?
Not at all. Not
That
at
is
all.
a very smart one. Right?
So what I'm going to do now for the next 15 minutes, set the context for our conversation. And the context is starting from trending now. We all know Twitter trends, Google trends. So what is trending in the world now? And many of you might think that since I started with a personal computer and smartphone, it is going to be about technology. Actually, my view on this is very different. The changes which are happening in today's world are less about technology and more about human behavior. And that is all what is going to make the difference to bring effectiveness. When people talk of changes happening, the speed, the way work has changed, the way our lifestyles have changed, the focus is too much on technology. And we'll see how from 400 BC onwards, there has been technology after technology more powerful than internet is seen today. So let us see what has happened in the last 15 years. Everywhere social and digital. Because we have smartphone, it works on apps. And those apps let us do things which we were doing by other means. So to give you an example, within our firm, we face this challenge that when we travel at least 15 days in a month. And when people travel, they were not very disciplined to keep track of expenses. So they'll come back to office, then they'll struggle what they spent, where, how much, because they have to submit that. And sometimes, they lost track of that. So we figured out something called Spendy. Spendy is an app where you have to tap only 3 times to record your expense. So you tap the app, then you tap the amount, and there are predefined categories. You tap the category, date is automatic 2 days. Done. At the end of the tour or the month, you make another tab and export it as an Excel sheet by email. So, these digital and social tools have redefined the way things were being done. We were still recording expenses. Some people were recording in their diaries, some people were recording in computers, someone just recording in their mind. and then coming back to office and in whatever format that office required, filing it up. So what changed? Did the process of recording expenses or whether the expenses should be recorded or not change? You still have to record amount, where did you spend, category, what date you spent. Same bits of information you are recording today. But instead of doing it in a diary or a computer or in an Excel sheet, you are tapping it in your smartphone. This is, so what I talked was more about your individual. Now let us go to the work. We had meetings in the rooms. People came together with agenda